Happiness is a sad goal, and from the title of the video, you probably think I'm a nihilist, but I'm extremely happy. I'm happier than 99% of people, and I have a conflicting view with that because I think if you have to preach happiness to the world, then you're not truly happy. But for the sake of this video, I just want to say that I'm happy. I think a lot of people today go about it wrong. All of my life, I've heard people say, it doesn't matter what you do as long as you're happy. Well, in that case, quit your job and do heroin. The problem with that mindset is that it's so backwards. Happiness comes from within, which no one wants to hear. If you look at the human race as a whole, since the dawn of civilization, the goal was not happiness. It was to advance humanity and reduce suffering. The problem today is that so many people are living a comfortable lifestyle, and the irony is that so many people are sad internally now. For years and years and years and years, the goal was progression, and it was happiness with the progression, not the end goal. If you look at grandparents, many of them are together. They've been together since their early 20s, and they stayed together for their entire lives because they weren't chasing happiness. They were trying to build together and survive and create a family and get a house. Now, I know at least 5 people in my personal life that have left their spouse because they said they were unhappy. The other person can't make you happy. It's up for yourself to make you happy. They've got nothing going on and they're not trying new things, so they're chasing this void by trying to get with other people. And these people broke their whole family, left their children just to go see another person. That blows my mind, because if I was to have a child, who cares how I feel? I got stuff to do. And I'll try my best to keep the family together, but if I'm fighting with my spouse, I'm gonna try to fix it. The idea of just giving up and chasing happiness because it's your life and you live once, this is how you know we're leading to a huge collapse. I know one person in particular had a dream house, they had 3 children, and she left him because she said she wasn't happy, and then after the divorce, she came running back to him. All of that was just so unnecessary. Humans want what they can't have, and a lot of people want fame, they want money, they want all their sexual desires fulfilled, they want all this hedonistic, materialistic, consumer-based bullshit, and when you get that, you'll realize you're not happy. I had to find happiness from pursuing goals. When you achieve a goal, you'll get sad really quick because you realize it's over. The happiness comes from the progression, which absolutely no one wants to hear, but it's about doing the inconvenient stuff. It's about doing the hard stuff that you don't want to do. I get so much happiness just from doing reps at the gym, from just writing when I don't want to write. It progresses me as a person, and that's what brings long-term happiness. I'm not joking when I say this. I enjoy vacuuming. I enjoy vacuuming so much because I'm living 100% consciously and present in the moment. I love brushing my teeth, and I love cutting my nails and washing my hair. It's the small things like that that bring so much peace. When you step out of thinking and what you want and what you gotta do and just bring yourself to the present, when you rewire your brain to think like this, it is so much better. I even thank God before I eat now. And I used to think that was silly. When I was growing up and I saw people did that, I thought that was so dumb. But when I do that now, I get this gratitude like I've never felt in my entire life. Gratitude is a major thing people are missing, because like I said before, people want what they can't have. Look at what you have right now. You have a lot, and don't be biased. Don't have cognitive bias, because you'll look at other people's life, you'll compare yourself to other people and you'll be like, I don't have this, I don't have that. Look at what you have. You have a family, you have friends, you have hobbies, you have skills, you have talent. I have a dog. I'm so grateful for this dog. I was in Thailand a few years ago. There was about 20 disabled people on the street. They all had different conditions. One person had no limbs, no legs, no arms, trying to sell fidget spinners for 10 cents. And when I saw that with my own eyeballs, I was like, holy shit, I have it good. I have it good back in Australia. No matter how hard things are, truly try to find in your heart gratitude with everything. Even breathing. I don't want to sound like a hipster, but I love breathing. Really look at the things you have and appreciate them. I know people triple my age that don't do this, and they're sad. They're sad at family dinners, they're sad in public. I don't want to be that person. I want to uplift other people's lives. I want to light up the world when I walk in the room. I have a family member who said he won't chase his goals until he's happy. And I want to slap the shit out of him, because it's the other way around. You'll start getting happiness when you start pursuing your true self. Look at what happy people do compared to sad people. Happy people walk their dog around the block. They donate blood, they remember people's birthdays, they walk into a room smiling even if they're having a bad day. The goal of happiness is not to do whatever you want, it's to be the true you in this incarnation. Your soul has a purpose, you live once and then you die. Be the true you and not worry about what people think. When you get out your comfort zone and you start facing negative emotions such as embarrassment and nervousness, great. Literally feel that and observe it. I used to run away from that, but when I see that as just another human emotion, the same way happiness is another human emotion, You almost become an observer. I can't explain it. I can't explain it, but when you start advancing your consciousness and you feel more gratitude for things, you feel happy even when you're sad, even when you feel a negative emotion. I can't explain it to anyone. It's a feeling that you get if you do the internal work. When you truly accept yourself fully, you become so powerful. When you accept that you have a shadow and you have negative traits, you get so much more stronger. I know many, I would say majority of the people run away from the negative side of them. But when you interrogate it and you face it, I have no words to explain this, but I literally feel like I'm high on life. I'm pretty sure Plato said that the material world was just an illusion from the spiritual world. I think once you gain consciousness, you'll realize you don't need many things. And if you can sit down with yourself and picture yourself living your dream life, you'll realize a lot of things that you want, you don't really need. The more important thing is leveling up the self and becoming close with your family and friends. You can literally be happy whenever you want. And I know that sounds absurd. When I heard that when I was a teenager and depressed, I didn't believe it, but it's a change of mindset. It's literally a leap of faith. It's you calling out to God. It's you reaching out and just letting go of this material world. Since becoming happy though, it has killed my ego a little bit, I'm not gonna lie. When I used to go to the gym, I used to be really angry and lifting up reps. That's kind of gone. That's the only thing I miss. See, humans want what they can't have. I miss being angry because I was better at the gym and I traded that for happiness. The irony is great. The universe is playing tricks on itself. I recently watched the Stanford lecture on behavioral biology, and the biggest takeaway from that is that the bad things about you and the bad traits you have, the bad genes, the bad genetics, that's not your fault. From years of evolution and survival and genetics and genes and culture and environment, the bad traits that you have, it's not your fault. I used to think free will was real because you can change your life whenever, you can get a new career, you can live somewhere else, you can travel. But when it comes to your traits and behavior, you can't really rewire the way you react to things. And for many years, neuroplasticity scientists, prophets, philosophers, stoics, they've been trying to figure out how to be content with the self, because our worst things about us is our own thoughts. I'm pretty sure it was Seneca that said the problems in our head are worse than in reality. And it's so true. A lot of us aren't taught how to control our own thoughts. And I think that should have been taught in school. If you can dedicate 1 month of your entire life just to meditation, prayer, and mindfulness, it will change the way you think forever. To summarize this video, happiness comes from progression and pursuing goals. It comes with gratitude. Look at things that you have and don't be biased. A lot of things that you think you want, you don't need. And doing inner work, appreciating everything you have and being there for your loved ones. Try to ascend to the true you. From the ages of 13 all the way to 21, I just looked at the negatives in everything. Absolutely everything. But your mind is a reflection of everything you put into it. The moment I started looking at the absolute positives in everything, even in my enemies, it brings you so much internal peace and therefore happiness. All right, there's something else I wanted to add to this video, and that is think about when you were a child. As a child, you were so happy because you're present in the moment. You're thinking, feeling, and acting in the present moment. There was no such thing as a future, and there was no such thing as a past. You're present in the moment. Whereas as an adult, you have all these responsibilities and all these thoughts. You're worried about where you're gonna be in the future. You worry about your regrets in the past. Bring yourself to the present and what you can do today. All these Hollywood movies have warped our idea of what happiness is. The idea of happily ever afters and all that shit, it doesn't exist in the real world, in reality. But happiness can be achieved at any time, in any second. You just have to be present. I know that sounds so black and white, but after all the books I read on Freemasonry, after all the shit I read on the occult, they say, bring yourself back to the present moment. The human psyche can never think in the present. As much as it thinks it can only do that when it does some sort of form of meditation. And that doesn't mean sitting down back straight and breathing. It means thinking, feeling, and acting in the present moment. All these Freemason books, all these occult books, all these religious texts, they say the most important thing is to bring yourself to the present moment, because adults, the human psyche as an adult, it can't think in the present as much as it think it can. It can't. It's got all these responsibilities and worries in the subconscious that it fucks up what reality truly is. And that is, you can be happy at any time, even when you're sad. You can enjoy being sad, just if you're present with it. Bring yourself in the present. Be present. That's why it's so much easier to be happier when you're a child compared to when you're an adult. The adult human psyche can rarely think in the present because it's worried about so many things in the future. And that's not our fault, it's from years of evolution and survival instincts. That childlike happiness does exist, it's just different in how you achieve it as an adult. You have to be present with pursuing long-term goals. If you achieved every single goal and you were given everything that you ever wanted, you wouldn't be happy. As much as you think you would be, you would not. If you were given truly everything, you would have something else to complain about. Whenever you catch yourself drifting away thinking about dumb shit, bring yourself back to what you're doing now. I want to talk how my mind talks, but I can't put it to the camera the way I want it to, and it's driving me fucking insane. So just be present. It sounds so cliche, but I'm telling you, once you learn to rewire your brain to think this way, you'll thank me forever.